This is Sports Overtime.
Sports, right? I mean, it's what sports is. It's why it's so great. It's heartbreaking. It's exhilarating.
Well, welcome into another episode of Sports Overtime. Thank you as always for joining us. The Michigan State baseball team has completely turned a corner over the last 5 games. The Spartans came into this afternoon's game on a 5-game winning streak and were looking to make it 6 in a row by getting a sweep of the University of Minnesota. And get this, a Spartans win gets them their first sweep of a Big Ten team since 2018. The Gophers scored the first 3 runs of the game, but the Spartans responded by scoring the next 4. Bottom of the 5th with 2 men on. Trent Farquhar sends one deep into the trees in right field for a 3-run home run that gives MSU the lead. But Minnesota would take the lead back as Jack Kelly finds a gap in right center. That brings home 2 runs to put the Gophers up 2 in the 7th inning. MSU rallied from a 3-run deficit twice in this game. The final one came at the bottom of the 8th, and it's all tied up with runners. That 7 with Trent Farquhar. Mr. Klutz goes down the line, and Mitch Jeb scores the go-ahead run. Minnesota's one last chance, top of the 9th, with the bases loaded, 2 outs, a shot to left center. Peter on with the diving catch. He's the man as the Spartans get the sweep of the Gophers with a 9-7 win. Our Ian Kress was there to see it all and has more on how the Spartans kept their winning streak alive.
Back on Easter Sunday, Michigan State had suffered its 5th straight loss. Since then, though, the Spartans have won 8 of their last 10 games and are now on a 6-game winning streak after Sunday. And what's been the biggest key to that are 2 words that are said very frequently within the Michigan State athletic department.
I think everybody, we've been saying it. Shout out to Coach Mel Tucker. We just kept chopping. You know, some things didn't go our way, but we made sure that we worked through everything. We kept grinding, and chips are falling.
We try to use as much as we can. I mean, Coach Mel Tucker brought a really good thing to us, so we try and take that motto and just kind of do what they do and keep chopping.
Kind of a character win for us today. You know, got down early, got the lead back, and then gave it up in almost a heartbreaking way. But you know, they keep coming, they keep fighting, and you know, took advantage of some opportunities to get a big win today.
So with this win on Sunday, Michigan State has now swept its first Big Ten opponent since 2018, which also happens to be the last time the Spartans won 6 games in a row. At McLean Stadium, Ian Kress, 6 Sports.
Thank you, Ian. Over at Secchia Stadium, the MSU softball team was playing its final home game of the regular season, and the Spartans were hoping to avoid getting swept by the University of Maryland. MSU's new volleyball coach, Leah Johnson, was in attendance, as well as athletic director Alan Haller. The Spartans scored first, but Maryland responded like this. Megan Maikami sends a line drive into center field. That gets by an outfielder and allows Maikami to turn the burners on and get inside for the in the park home run. That was the tie game. Then MSU would have 2 runners on in scoring position for Kendall Cates, who does her job perfectly. A sacrifice fly brings home Brooke Snyder, and that was all the help that starting pitcher Ashley Miller needed, because she pitched her 20th complete game of the season as the Spartans get the Sunday victory, 2-1, the final. On the links, the Big Ten Golf Championship is a title that the Michigan State men's golf team hasn't been able to win since 2008. The Spartans came into today's final round down in French Lake, Indiana, with a 1-stroke lead, but the back 9 was rough, and the conditions started to worsen throughout the day. MSU's James Pyatt and Ashton McCullough birdied 18, which gave them an opportunity to either tie things up with Illinois with another birdie, but a par on the final hole ended it as the Fighting Illini took home the title with a 1-stroke victory. We were able to chat with head coach Casey Lubon on the bus ride home to East Lansing, and he reminded us that even in the moment of losing a Big Ten championship by 1 stroke, tough losses are part of playing the game.
Sports, right? I mean, it's what sports is. It's why it's so great. It's heartbreaking. It's exhilarating. And the golf course was almost unplayable most of the day. The wind was blowing so hard, and it was so difficult. So to watch our guys just continue to battle, I'm super proud of them. We had a 30-footer there to tie. Illinois had to 2-putt from a very difficult spot, and we just missed, and they got their 2-putt, and that's it. But, you know, over 54 holes, you got to do a lot of things right. You got to get lucky, and we're just a tad short today. We're eager to get this bus home and get ready for a deep run in the NCAA tournament. And that's where our brains are going to be once we get to East Lansing tonight.
All right, it's time for us to take a timeout, but we're not done talking about games on the diamond. We're going to check out how the Detroit Tigers did in L.A. today. Plus, there was a wild ending to the first game of the Memphis Grizzlies Golden State series, and a couple of former Michigan State ballers went off. We're going to find out how when we return.
This is 6 News Now, here for you 24 hours a day, online at WLNS.com.
And we're following new developments involving a bill that'll likely appear on the House floor next week that, if passed, would increase the per-pupil funding for school districts across Michigan. Under this $20 billion budget bill, per-pupil funding for students would increase to $9,000. It's currently $8,700. The $300 boost is less than what Governor Whitmer pitched in February, calling for a $435 per-pupil increase. In addition, the House School Aid budget proposal includes $514 million for teacher retention and recruitment programs. 6 News will keep you updated.
Looking for a different kind of lunch break? Check out the Daily Digital Debrief, weekdays at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, a little bit extra.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
This weekend, Michigan State University will be hosting its annual Teddy Bear Picnic, allowing kids the opportunity to overcome the fear of going to the doctor and to have some fun doing it. So joining us now live in studio with what this event is all about is 6 News reporter Michael Thomas. Good morning, Michael.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. You know, this is really all about the kids, and it's really about getting them to understand the importance of health care and to learn some knowledge about how the healthcare system works in general. Officials plan to do it by allowing them to bring their teddy bears to get a checkup. Now, the event is set to start tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. It'll run until 3 in the afternoon. It'll take place at the Demonstration Hall field, which is located across from Chestnut Road on campus. Kids are encouraged to bring their favorite teddy bear or toy, and they will get them checked up at the Teddy Bear Hospital. This involves meeting with their insurance person, getting an insurance card, getting their vitals checked for their bear, x-rays done, and seeing a real doctor. There will be face painting, free books, therapy dogs, safety kits handed out, and a chance for kids to explore police cars, ambulance, and fire trucks. Officials say this is really just a way for them to get to know first responders, and it's really been something that
Welcome back, everyone. The Detroit Tigers have been playing a 3-game series out in Los Angeles this weekend. The Tigers tied up the series at 1 game apiece last night, but today the starting pitching needed to be on point if the Tigers wanted to get the series win. Eduardo Rodriguez got the start for the Tigers, and he's the ace Detroit got for the Boston Red Sox, but he didn't look like it early in this one. Bottom of the first with runners on the corners. Will Smith slaps this one into right field. That'll bring Mookie Betts home from third. Now let the scoring begin, because 1 inning later, Betts up to bat with runners on first and second. He grounds to third. Jeimer Candelario hesitates. The throw is offline. Mookie Betts is safe. Hanser Alberto strolls home on the error, and it's a 2-0 game. The Dodgers would score 6 runs in just 6 innings, and Rodriguez got pulled in that 6th inning. It was all dudes in blue and white until the top of the 8th, where Miguel Cabrera hit a bomb to left field. A 2-run homer to bring the Tigers within striking distance for his 503rd homer of his career. Then in the top of the 9th, Austin Meadows, the tying run at the plate, but on the first pitch, he pops it up to end it as the Tigers get the Sunday win and the series victory with a 6-3 final score. Speaking of pro sports, the Western Conference semifinals got started this afternoon. The Memphis Grizzlies, Golden State Warriors met for their first game in Memphis, which included former Michigan State players and a former Michigan Wolverine who put on a show in an incredible game. Out to the FedEx Forum we go, a packed house, ready to see the Grizzlies take on the dominant Warriors. Early in this one, former Spartan Xavier Tillman Sr. making his presence known with a rebound. Back to John Morant for 2 of his game-high 34 points. The other Memphis Spartan, Jaron Jackson Jr., getting the hook to fall. He finished with a new playoff career-high 33 points. Then before halftime, another Spartan, pretty well known, Draymond Green, with a hard foul on Memphis's Brandon Clark. Take another look. Draymond shifts over and grabs Clark's jersey, bringing him to the ground. A dangerous foul ends up being ruled a flagrant foul, and Draymond is ejected from the game. He then high-fives his guys and riled up the Memphis crowd before heading to watch the rest of the game in the locker room. So how did the Warriors survive without him? Well, a former Michigan Wolverine by the name of Jordan Poole stepped up, going up and under for 2 of his playoff career-high 31 points. It would all come down to one last play for one-point game. 3 seconds left. Ja Morant with the lefty lay. It's too strong as the Warriors would hold on to win Game 1, 117-116, the final. That's all the time we have for tonight's show. From all of us here, we thank you for watching and hope you have a great night. Good night, everyone.